That's all. And that he said we should worship him. I don't know. That's all we got out of him.
Are you trying to spread his word already? Has he already gotten
No.
you amongst his followers?
And Klaus also has the biggest horde of all the dragons, by the way.
Can't take this name seriously.
Help.
If he's a red dragon...
Wait, did you just say he's got the biggest horde?
Yes. Of all the dragons.
Where is he?
I don't know.
No idea.
We're in his territory, though.
Yeah.
Maybe
Well, technically,
maybe Markham is gonna show us the way.
He doesn't want to say anything.
Have you tried torturing him?
Do you want me to
Yes.
speak to him?
We've frozen his hands and feet, everything.
That's beginner stuff.
and technically,
Reala's
Alois,
done other things.
Alois,
You thought
you
I was
actually-
on the...
Alois, you actually know. You know he residents in the Valley of Clough, which is an actual valley, and you know where it is because you know some clans that actually, you know.
Oh, really? I didn't know that in my notes.
See, the funny thing is you thought I was suffering from traveler's sickness? Thickness.
Thickness.
In fact, I was just fast traveling to the torture scene. So,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. But I assume if we know where he lies, then we don't need Markham anymore.
There is one more conversation I would like to have with him, because he seemed unafraid of everything that we threw at him, but there was an interesting line, something he said to Solarios, who is passed out on the floor again, which is something that happens entirely too often. He said that he knew how to change his reality. And to my knowledge, there is very little magic available to mortal beings that is capable of doing that. So I want to know exactly what he's talking about before we throw him overboard.
So, you tortured him instead of maybe waking me up.
We tried.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Well, Isaac, don't take this away from me, please.
it's an ongoing process. Nothing is over.
Oh, but I know what Isaac's gonna say. I'm gonna say, tell me what room you've got him stored. Let me try my luck. And Isaac's gonna say, it doesn't have to be like this. I can just use my magic, and he's gonna tell us everything. And I'm gonna say, but Isaac, please. And Isaac's gonna be like, Sin, I got this. And I gotta be like, why?
Well,
We established that your magic, Isaac, can't make people tell the truth. Was that not one of the bickering arguments you were having when I first
Yes,
arrived?
but I'm not talking about that spell.
okay, because we did try the torturing like a lot, and he's not speaking. So I'm sorry, Sin. I'm not doubting your abilities or anything, but it is looking a little bit hopeless at the moment. I
Well,
think.
He doesn't fear death. That's
Yeah. We basically need to convince him that what he believes in isn't true, right, Riala?
That is my understanding of the situation. Yes.
Yeah.
For which there
That is
are
what we figured out last time.
a number of remedies, including but not limited to convincing him he's insane.
I can maybe modify his memory to make him think that I'm one of his bestest friends.
He doesn't strike me as the kind of person to even talk to his friends about this matter, if I'm entirely honest about it. It's either a truth serum of some kind, or something more subtle.
Let me change my wording. I could, if it works, modify his memory so that he believes that he trusts me so much that he would be willing to divulge his information to me.
I think it's worth a try.
Yep. No harm in trying.
Can I also try?
If my way doesn't work.
There is a method that we used at the church however many thousands of years ago called good cop, bad cop. Now I can't translate the word cop. I don't know how to, but yes, as Isaac describes, if at first you don't succeed, try and torture again.
Me as a GM, I also have to say, like, I allow 2 more tries, like 2 different tries, and then this is over because, like, we already spent way too much, like, screen time on the torture scene. This needs to end.
Well, you didn't have Sin on board.
Well,
Have at it.
I'll go speak to him.
So basically, after 15 minutes after you stored him in the storage room, you're pulling him back out. He's like, what do you do with him exactly? Like
Let's leave him in there and go to him. So he's still tied up.
Yeah, the storage room is like not that big, so it's more like 2 people can like stand there, and the others kind of like need to stand up pressed in the
Hallway.
hallway. Yeah, thanks.
I can go in alone.
I'll go. No. I'll go in with you. It's fine.
Okay.
So Isaac and Riala, you get in there. He's there like with a rope like tied around his arms, like next to an empty storage room actually, because he put nothing in there so far. So it's just dark, and it actually smells pretty good because like all the new woodwork, like it still has this fresh of new, freshly worked on wood. It's actually quite okay.
Is he tied up? I'm assuming he's tied up.
Yes.
Okay.
That
I'm just gonna say hi. I don't think we've met.
He's just looking at you.
My name is Isaac. What's yours?
He just grins at you.
Isaac,
It's
you had a
fine.
chance.
It's fine. I already know. Your name's Markham, right? So Markham, I heard you have some information that you're not willing to share with everyone. Understood. Okay. And then I crossed out of my memory.
Okay. Actually looking it up right now. Modify memory. There we go. Concentration, blah, blah, blah. Attempts, research. You can affect the target's memory from an event that experienced within the last 24 hours and lasted no more than 10 minutes. What are you going to do?
He first needs to make a wisdom saving throw. I need to see if this actually works.
Oh, well, if that's the case, as you touch his mind, you kind of like... It's strange. Normally, like when you touch someone's memory or someone's spirit, so to say, you kind of like indulge into him. You have all the memories around you. You kind of like you immerse yourself in this person to then like modify what you want to do. But as you're trying to immerse yourself into him, you actually like the first succeeds. Like you kind of like immerse yourself into him, but there's something more there. Like you somehow get drawn to it, and it's like it's something like a big void that's there. Like it's very small at the beginning, but then it goes bigger, and you're just drawn into this void. It's like somewhere you're surrounded by like this nothingness, and like thoughts and whispers just assault your mind as you're in there, and you just snap out of it. You take actually, where's my? There you go. You take roll. You take 7 psychic damage as you snap out of it, and you also take 10 knowledge.
Oh no.
Oh no. Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
The spell is lost, by the way.
This is actually now turning into Cultist Simulator. I love it.
No.
The spell is lost. What does that mean?
Well, he
I
lost the
wasted my
slot.
slot.
Oh, I see. Okay. You know, what I said to you earlier, Markham, wasn't a threat or a warning. It is a cold, hard truth. of our reality that everything that is created can and inevitably will be destroyed. People, buildings, dragons, even gods live by this rule.
As you're doing this, by the way, like he actually looks at you, like with Isaac and like with the others, he didn't look at you.
Yeah.
But you at least got his attention now.
Even the universe, everything eventually returns to the empty nothingness from which we came. And that means that nothingness, that thing that we call death, is the only true constant.
You're wrong.
So how is it that you
are
or
wrong.
Klauth, how is it that you or Klauth have broken this rule by which we all live?
We did not break the rule. As long as the wheel is not broken, no one can escape.
So you plan to break the wheel?
He just smiles at you.
There's
And this will... Sorry, you go.
Riala. There's something. I mean, you probably know this already, but there's something very off about this guy. I couldn't quite tap into what I was hoping to do. Instead, I was almost consumed by this kind of darkness. Very strange.
I pull up the scythe again and say to him, and if you break the wheel, then you are spared from what? Death?
From reality.
Well then, we will just have to make sure that you are not around to witness such a thing. And I don't mean death. I've recently learned that people can be trapped for a significant amount of time without even realizing it. And I put the scythe to his... not to his throat, but like I point it at him again. And say, do you know what this is?
He looks at you. He raises his head slightly as you put the scythe to his throat.
Wow. This isn't a weapon. It's not even its primary purpose. Where I'm from, this is a tool that people use to, as you say, escape reality when they fear their time has come. And they came to me to do the deed that scared them too much to do themselves. I wait on his reaction to that.
We can do you want to say more? Because it all comes down to one last intimidation check.
Well, am I not gonna get a chance at all?
Well,
not.
we don't want we really don't want to extend this to all. If you want to chime in, Sin, then you can't need to break
Do it now.
Riala's one-man show right now, which is.
I was gonna say, as Riala was doing that, I was just gonna back out the door and let Sin in.
So,
You
Riala,
put me
do you
on the
wanna-
spot and I'm not sure what to say. I'm trying to think of exactly how to word what I want to say,
Okay.
but I'm conscious that it's taking time. I say, what? Tell us about Plan B, or you will neither live nor die to see reality be broken.
Okay, now make your intimidation check.
This should be something I'm so good at. Everyone, pray to the RNGesus.
Hey,
Oh, come on.
Since it's a tie, I would offer to re-roll once.
Both of us?
Both of us.
Oh, no. Okay. I might use a luck point on it if it goes badly. Okay, natural 20.
Okay, there you go.
That must count for something.
Actually rolling high, Jesus.
Yeah, you actually do.
Nice.
As you say the words where he, especially the words like neither live nor die, like you see in his eyes like a bit of a shifting. It's like he gets a bit of confused at the beginning, trying to understand what exactly it is that you're meaning, and like a bit of intrigue maybe even, and then maybe you're not sure if it's fear, but like at least his like eyes widen a bit, and he's backing back a little bit.
Okay. Is that all I get from that?
Oh, you said like what did you say again? What was the question?
The question was, the statement was, tell us about plan B, or you will neither live nor die
As he
to
backs
see reality broken.
As he backs back a bit into the corner, or back into the storage room a bit, he's looking at you like dead-eye focused. And can you even handle reality? Can you even handle the information I'm going to give you?
Yes.
When Plan B is enacted, chaos will arise. Kings will fall. People the world will engulf in chaos as it has not been, like it hasn't ever seen before. Murder, death. It will be like the land will be soaked in blood.
Does he end on that?
Yes.
Riala grins and says, sounds like my kind of world. And then I slit his throat.
Okay. And with that, he just dies and bleeds out in front of you.
Well,
Gibson.
I am actually looking to do mechanically something very specific. I'm looking for the auto crit on Soul Stealer. So
Sure.
I can fulfill my promise and not kill him and trap him in my sight for a few 100 years.
Okay.
I need to work out how much it actually does. 1d10 plus 4.
Yeah, it's just like no damage times 2. Okay.
Roll 1d10 times 4, 22.
So you get that as life force?
Yeah.
How much are you currently at?
Including that, I am at 110.
As you feel the life force, like as you soak up his life force, you feel that you grow, like something in you grows more powerful. You always knew that like life force is probably the most potent energy form that there is in the whole universe, and like you have now banked so much life force already new that you feel that certain abilities of you become empowered.
Yeah.
Okay. That was the
You
end
see,
of my...
everyone and the audience sees her like smiling darkly and cruelly and sadistically, almost.
So what do you
I
guys do?
open So I open the door, walk in, and say, "So when's the torture going to begin?"
And you see him bleeding out over the floor.
Oh, come on! What about all the questions I had?
As you said, we no longer had any use for him.
I didn't say that at any point in time.
Uh,
So what about Plan B?
Yeah, I gather everyone together and I say, well, he did tell me something before he tragically passed into my sight. He told me that when Plan B is enacted, chaos will rise, kings will die, and the land will see death and destruction. He specifically said murder, like it has never seen before.
And he's working for a red dragon, you say?
The Zentarim in general are
They all
allied
do.
to the cult of Clouth.
Yeah.
And are also using the giant attacks to opportunistically take territory. I assume then to be used in Plan B.
Which means that the war waged by the dragons against the giants is a different meta in contrast to the plans that Klaus has.
Not necessarily.
So you think all the dragons are in on it, and it's not just Klaus?
I think that's a safe assumption to make until we know otherwise.
All dragons are evil, basically.
Well, it sounds like a lot of giants don't have the best interests of humanity at heart.
See,
To
so
me,
many
it-
more questions.
This rather seems like the giants and dragons are doing their thing, leaving everyone else suffering in their wake.
Is it really? Isn't it just the dragons, as you just said, making use of the giants?
The Zentarim are using the giants. Cloud doesn't necessarily know that that's the case.
Oh, I see. So the Zentarim aren't exactly loyal to the dragon? This one seemed
No, okay.
convinced.
Let me try this again, out of character. The Zentarim are loyal to Clouth, as it seems to me, at least. But Clouth doesn't necessarily know that the Zentarim are also using the giant attacks to hoard for themselves on the side, so that they're playing both sides of the conflict. That's what I mean.
Sin and Aris, what you know is, since you've worked for Centarim, you haven't heard of all this stuff. Like you've never heard of a dragon, you've never heard of a cult or anything. What your idea of the Centarim was always just opportunistic people, like mercenaries, or just people who wanna make like coin for shady stuff at least. So you haven't. All this is kind of like new to you.
So, listen. I knew someone who worked for the Zentarim once. A good friend. And they never told me about any dragon business. I think this is something new. Or something different. Maybe they're not all in on it. Maybe this has just been happening recently. But I'm very suspicious of this happening.
Are you talking about dragons? Wasn't Elrond's master also a dragon?
Yep. I've never heard about any red dragons or anything of this kind of scale.
Also, why
Things.
would your master train you in all these mystical arts and then partake in some type of plan that brings chaos and destruction over the world and kill
Yeah.
everyone?
I
feel like
can't
this is
see
not
her being
something-
involved at all.
I don't
Yeah.
think this is something that the dragons are in or unanimously. She just seemed to be in for the power for the dragon side of the conflict in general, not to wage some kind of Armageddon upon the world.
Here's the way I see it. Any which way this conflict ends between these two sides, the rest of us are in some serious trouble. Lest we build something out of the ashes of this world that they destroy while they're fighting each other. So, motivation be damned, should it not just not happen. Unless we can turn it to our advantage.
Wait, you're saying we should let it occur? We should just let them do their thing?
Only
Doesn't-
only if we can make it work for us. Otherwise, we should stop it because we'll just lose.
See, maybe you're used to seeing your civilization crumble to dust in front of your eyes,
Oh, wow.
but I don't intend to let this world go to hell for nothing.
If the Zentarim are working for a dragon, and if the dragons and the giants are in conflict, would it not make sense to somehow get the dragons on humanity's side?
The Lord Riala doesn't know that. Never mind.
I think we need to talk to Zephyrus. I saw his moving castle in the sky. Maybe it was his, maybe it was someone else's.
I mean,
He is somewhere around still. He's surely had important business in these parts. I think we need to talk to him. We need to talk to him about all of this, about everything we heard. He had something in mind for us. We disappointed him once, but maybe when we bring him this new information, he might have something to say. And then we can still decide to let it all go to hell if he gives us a bad offer or anything. But I don't know. I don't want the world to end the way you describe.
I thought you would be all for murder and death. Well then, where is this Zephyros? And what about the Valley of Kedron?
If there really is a red dragon, how do we even try to fight him? We would have to... Wait. I could try to sneak in, but I don't know if these dragons have ways of sensing me.
Alaris, one thing
makes no
you know
sense.
about dragons, though, is that the horde of a dragon, especially one like that are bigger or more ancient, so to say, are typically connected in power to their host, so to say. This is also why it's like really, really shit idea to fight a dragon in his own host, in his own lair, because that typically means the magic of the lair plus the magic of the dragon.
So, if it was like fire, there'll be fire everywhere.
For example, could be like really depends on the taste of the dragon. They shape their own lair as they see fit.
Yeah, I don't think it's a good idea fighting dragons in their own lair.
Maybe if we can contact Zephyros and he gets some giant friends together, we can launch an assault on the dragon's lair together with the giants. Get away with the loot. Let the giants and the dragons kill each other. Find out more as we talk to Zephyros about what all of this is about in the first place. And in that way, we killed two birds with one stone. Or am I being too optimistic here? Is it too impossible to find this giant again? He must be somewhere here. We saw him. From the ship.
Surely it's possible.
But I don't want to jump into a dragon's lair, or even as the 5 of us or 6 of us, if the Solaris comes back against the whole Zentarim, potentially a red dragon and everything else that might be under his spell.
May
If
I
he's-
ask, what exactly is it that you're looking for from the Valley of Kedron? Why were you sent there to begin with?
No one knows. Everyone forgot.
No, Isaac didn't forget, right?
I don't think I knew this
I don't think Isaac
information.
has been told.
I'm going to take a liberty here.
Wait. Was this here? There was a giant here that we're supposed to talk to.
About what? Is it not the case that you seek some kind of weapon?
I think he just is someone who's like an outcast or something, and he is willing to talk to us.
Should I get you up to speed a bit?
Yeah, maybe. I was trying though.
Yes, you tried.
Please.
No, the last time, like the whole Harshnak quest, so to say, was about Elerin's mentor actually sent you there, which was like, I don't know, 20 episodes ago.
So long ago.
And it was all about this giant hasn't taken sides, and like he was actually killing his own brethren on his own, and she said like the mentor sent you there because he knows a place where you can get information and knowledge.
See, I think I wasn't that far off.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Information and knowledge sounds like a good place to start, don't you think? Before we rush into a dragon's lair and get eaten and burned alive.
To be fair, this is where the main quest stopped 20 episodes ago.
So maybe instead of going to Zephyros, we'll find that giant, and he might know what to do. But I think we can't attack a dragon's lair by ourselves. We could try to sneak into it, but we will risk everything. If he spots us or she, that's gonna be it.
It's he.
Oh yeah, it's Klaus. So, before we go there, I say we need to find an army. Or become much more stronger ourselves.
I thought Solarius had a plan for that too.
You wouldn't listen to him, would you?
Well, he is a mage. They tend to know what they're talking about.
You don't know him long enough yet. Trust me. So...
It seems to me that all of this time you have been on exactly the right track, but going in the wrong direction across it, as opposed to towards it. So my advice to you, especially Sin, as you seem to be struggling so much with this, is to carry on with more focus.
What?
Let's just go to the Valley of Kedron, find this information that you've been seeking for such a long time, and go from there.
Cool. Are the Zentarim still on our tails? Do they know about having abducted Markham?
Yes.
Did you just say yes?
Yep. They were chasing us out of... What was that place called again?
Morbid's shield.
So our cover is blown. Zentarim's after us again.
Only because...
Oh, here come the excuses.
Solarius messed up with Markham in the tavern, and then he called for God, and then we had to escape.
Leave you alone. For one day.
We did it without having a big fight, so we got out the tavern cleanly, went to the ship, and flew away while the mob was under us.
They may be missing one of their horses, but who needs them?
I have a question that's not quite on topic. We've established that the ship is very much fixed, but how did it get fixed?
Oh, we paid Markham to repair it for us.
Yep.
And then
it was before. Then we betrayed him.
Obviously got the money back.
Yeah, don't worry, guys. Everything is back to where it's supposed to be.
Don't worry about that.
Including apparently us on their most wanted lists. So...
Wait. What do you pay him with?
Gold, of course.
Gold?
Yeah.
But you don't have any. I always had to pay for
everything. I have. A little bit.
Well, how much gold was it?
Only 20.
Not a lot.
That seems extremely cheap.
You get us a discount.
Let's hope the ship doesn't fall apart while we're flying, shall we? Now, excuse me, I have a body to dispose of.
Do we have the ballista again?
No.
So you killed them before they made us a ballista. They had turrets in their city.
That's how we parked like 3 kilometers away from the city.
Well, at least one smart thing you did.
Alaris, can you please help me take this body up deck and throw it overboard?
Wait, one more question. So, our cover is blown. What are we still doing here? They could show up any moment.
You're actually
flying away.
I'm looking over there.
No, you're actually flying, and you already, I would say, 2-3 hours now already in the air, heading north.
By the time they know what's hit them, we'll be long gone. Another phrase from the good old days. We've already stripped Markham down for useful things, haven't we?
Yeah.
So I just throw him overboard.
Okay.
Or actually, I ask Alaris to throw him overboard because I can't carry my own body weight, let alone another.
Okay.
And Green Cricket, can I ask, how do I feel? It's gotta have been a few days now.
Well, in theory, like, I mean, depends how you wanna feel. To be honest, it's theoretically you are quite shaky, but it really depends on how your mindset is. So if you actually like, what did you try to resist? Do you try to, you know, what is your?
No, I'm trying to resist. I imagine I'd have I'd be starting to sweat already though,
I think so.
and as you say, be shaky, and it's taken quite a harsh physical toll on me. Like I can't believe I'm saying this, but maybe I should get like a point of exhaustion even or something, because this should be very difficult at this point.
I mean, I think you are actually 2 weeks in right now, right?
When was the last time?
I think Silvery Moon even before actually. Right?
Yeah.
So you already. I think you're at the point where you haven't been before. To be honest, yeah. I think at this point you actually. I think definitely one exhaustion point in, and you are shaking. You are sweating. Yeah. Thanks for remembering.
Well, I just remember because it's so hot in my room, and I feel like my character should feel this way too. He's just got a different reason.
Okay, so you're flying north. Anything you want to do on the ship?
How far is it to this valley?
Yeah, this is a very good question. So you are currently in Morbid Shield, which is here. In the Valley of Catherine, you can see anything. I think you need to go to the screen. The Valley of Catherine is way over here, as you can see on your map. So this is probably around like 8-ish days, maybe.
Oh my god.
North.
What about this ship? Did you make it fly for a few days straight, or did it have issues with the fuel again?
Where's that Illarin to fly on?
Oh, I see.
Easy peasy.
So we won't land in between at any point in time.
Probably not.
Not if we can avoid it.
Let me take another look at the map.
I do have something that I would like to do on the ship. I would like to, in the downtime when I'm supposed to be sleeping, like basically try and bring myself back to the planes, to the dreamscape if I can. Like I tried deep meditation and stuff to try and get back there.
So is there anything specific you want to do there, or just like connect and?
Well, first of all, I want to see if I can connect, and if that works, then I want to see if I can actually make contact with the shadowy figure that I saw.
Okay, so as you are meditating or everything, you feel like the life force that you currently have amassed is probably not enough to, touch. Like you feel a bit like too out of power to get there, but you feel that like on the outskirts, you at least can. You already feel. Not sure if it's the plane where you've been at, but like something very similar, which is the Shadowfell. So you think like you could maybe, if you get a bit stronger, like get a bit more life force, maybe establish like that, maybe,
Okay.
connect there.
Is this... I have a quick question, because we didn't really cover this in character creation. Is this like getting close to where I was before, or is this already even beyond that?
No, it's different, because the powers you had were directly bestowed on you, so to say, and kind of like this is like what's missing right now. Like you feel like the big support in your back is not there, so to say. It feels
Yeah.
weaker. But Life Force is a good substitute.
Hmm.
I have something I want to do.
Isaac.
So, if it's like the next day, if I've taken a long rest, I'm gonna go to Ellerin. I'm gonna say, Ellerin, I know it's been like a good minute, but do you perhaps have anything that you have of Rosa, maybe like of hair of hers or something in particular?
I
Actually,
think I
wait,
gave you some hair, didn't I?
that is correct. Plus, I've met her. All right, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check on her. Hopefully,
So
Just to
where is
see-
she? Any
I-
updates?
I'm gonna find out. Just give me like a little bit of time, and I can do this. And then I'm going to cast Scrying
Okay.
on Rosa.
Yeah. What is the check? I think you have the hair, so it's like a natural. Because you don't know. Oh, you know Rosa actually personally, right?
I know Rosa.
Yeah, I think that's actually fine. So, as you scry, you see Rosa next to a bit of a like dirty and brown green colorish like colored human next to a human in a green and brownish cloak with a bear on the side, and Rosa like walking next to the bear, traveling through the forest.
Well,
She is living her best life. She's with that hunter guy that we were with briefly in the forest.
oh, I remember him.
The bear and her seem to be friendly enough.
Okay, well, as long as she's happy, and you promise me she's living her best life.
She's completely fine.
You're not lying to her, Isaac, are you?
I'm not.
Him.
To him.
Yeah.
Okay, I trust you, Isaac. Can you communicate in any way?
I can try and communicate to her, but I don't know if she will say much back.
It's okay. It's okay. Just tell him. Just tell Rosa that I miss her, and I'm happy to know that she's okay.
Okay.
And there are lots of pets and cuddles from me.
I will use a third level to cast Sending.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yay!
I'm gonna say to Rosa, "Hi, Rosa. This is Isaac, Ellerin's friend. He wants to let you know that he loves you so much. Hope you're doing very well. Bye."
Nothing.
Thank you, Isaac.
Nothing at the
I
beginning.
owe you one.
But like after 1 minute, you hear a single. Nah, meh. Like, how does this is what is a goat? Like how does the sheep do? Does a cow? I don't know. Meh. I don't know. I can't do it right now. Meh.
Meh.
Yeah. Meh. I don't know. It's still a goat, I guess. Anyway, you hear one. And then after 10 minutes, you hear another. And you have the feeling this could go probably 23 times now. Like this. Probably in the next hours.
You know what? I'm sure she's doing completely fine. I will update you on the next 22 times she says "ba" to me.
It's very important. I appreciate it so much. Thank
Oh
you.
god, imagine she stops before the 23rd time. What
She
would that
can.
mean?
Then
But she can choose not to. Rosa's very intelligent, and I'm sure she can stop a spell if she doesn't want to communicate further.
you
Of
know
course.
what I'm saying.
Of course, I was not doubting that. Green Cricket, what do I know about a place called Shining White?
I don't know about a place called Shining White, I think. Let me see.
It's on our way. It's in between
Oh,
Auburn
it's
Shield.
a thing on a map that makes way more sense because I can look it up then. Let me see. I can look stuff up that is good. Typically make a history check. Shining White. Oh, there we go. Let us see. What is this? This seems to be a place where barbarian meet. Probably some power place, so to say. So like an important place of worship for barbarians of the area. It's probably on your map because you shouldn't go there. So for people to avoid, so to say. It's dangerous.
Well, I know of a place on our way to the valley that we could visit to restock our provisions.
You're actually full on provisions, so...
Yeah.
God damn. I know a friend who might be there, and I would like to see him. It's called Shining White. It's a beautiful place. I heard about it. I haven't been there myself.
Who did you hear this from?
From my friend, Bovril. It's on our way. It's not a detour.
Unfortunately, Riala has zero reason to say no to this. So...
I also have zero reason.
You'll see.
As long as you don't mind being delayed.
As I said, it's on our way. If we want to stop in between, Ellerin can get some rest from heating the fire.
I, as a GM, hate you so much.
Okay, we don't have to do it then. I don't mean to do that. I thought it would be in character, but it's okay. We can just fly through.
Let me see.
Because GM has something prepared today.
Yeah, it's okay. We can just move on.
I mean, what you probably see is like when you going near this, is when you look down. Actually, like over the days, it gets really cold. So like after day 5, the winds are not only winds anymore, but like little snow is falling as well. So we're getting into a temperature area where if you want to like stay outside for a longer time, you really need to like dress accordingly at some point. And in the Shining White, as you go up there, this is very uncharacteristic because around Shining White there's like it's more or less green, but around the Shining White area you see that there is like a lot of snow actually. And if you look down, you see actually that there are people there. Like some of them actually look up as you fly over, and a lot of them have axes and like they look like the barbarians you met in the very beginning, which were kind of hostile to you. So for everyone, it should be really clear now that like if you like want to go there, you would expect like hostilities instead of friendliness.
Oh, what happened to this place? Wolfram must have left. Those are not the friends I was looking for.
Oh, she said it looked nice.
It used to be nice, I was told.
Things change over time.
Hmm.
Or so
Yeah.
I'm told.
Yeah, you must know, Riala of all people.
Ellerin, is there something you want to do during these days?
I don't think there's anything too special, no?
I was thinking about this. It's nothing big. I'm just gonna use my Find Familiar spell to change Princess again from a bat into a black cat.
Okay. Alaris,
Now-
yeah?
No, sorry, Alaris first.
Alaris, is there anything you
I'm
want to do?
just. I think I will just take the shift of navigating most of the time because my character likes the cold weather.
Yeah. You're the only one really unaffected by this, actually.
So I'll take most of the time navigating and steering.
Okay. I mean, there are blankets and everything, like in where your hammocks are, so you can like take some of the blankets with you, up with you when you're like standing outside, or you're standing by the fire. but the more the more days pass, the more it will get freezing.
Isaac, can you teleport people
To where?
onto the ship?
Within a certain range, I could.
If they are below us on the ground.
I would have to get down there and then get back up. Plus, they'd have to be willing to come with me.
What exactly is in your head, Sen? Why are you so desperate?
It's none of your concern. I'll just
Fair
like
enough.
walk off. Hide in my cabin.
I
Isaac,
do have a favour to ask the rest of you. Due to my limited financial situation when I woke up and all of my currency was worthless after 3,000 years, I could only buy a certain number of rations, and over the course of this trip have run out. And I don't fancy starving to death. Would I be able to borrow some food that I could pay you back for later? Hopefully, if we at some point come into money.
Sure.
just deduct gold because you actually like bought, all of you, also Solarius and Isaac, you probably would have bought as well if you went down there. So it's just about like, for this purpose, just deducting the gold for the rations and fine. So whoever wants to give Riala a rations, just deduct the gold pieces and it's good. Isaac, after
I will do.
yeah. After around 6 days, you hear a familiar voice in your head as Sagash tells you that he found information on the Blood Pact and you don't need to concern too much because it only affects you and voice, so there's loophole in basically just not telling everyone, but you could, for example, show someone and it would not be a problem.
Perfect. Exactly what I thought.
Sin. After around the 7th day, it's probably in the night and Riala has taken a shift on steering and you can't sleep. Like it's like sleep is getting harder and harder to you. You're sweating, you're shaking, like thoughts are in your head, like you are it's really hard for you. It's like as you're starving, but like you can't get food, and so you're kind of like trying to get like a fresh air. And as you're walking up like the deck and you see Riala there, like a thought comes to your mind, and Riala like just stands there, like looks currently in the other direction. And you just move quietly onto her. She doesn't really suspect anything because you're just like a part of the ship. She doesn't know you too much as well. And right at the moment as she turns around, you just take the dagger and just slit her throat.
Cool.
And with that,
And now the GM,
yeah,
now the GM wants me to use my ability.
and with that, like you're like no, you like it's automatically happening. You're back in the chamber. Like you would know exactly what you need to do to get up there. Like you would have advantage in all the throws like to get there. You know how this works. Just a dream, but a really like a very real one.
I've like stopped eating the past few days too. Like my character isn't eating anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like just putting my head underneath the pillow and just try to sleep.
Okay. Good. You're trying to resist. Like you pull the pillow over your head. Yeah. Okay. Day 8. The rest of you guys, like, and when you see Sin, like, if he's even at the top of the ship, which he isn't often actually, he looks pale. Like he's not as red as he used to be. It's more as like rosa, and he doesn't look good. He looks like even thinner than usual. Looks weaker than usual.
From a glance, can I tell what he's struggling with?
Make an insight check. Or a medicine check, actually, whatever you prefer.
me check which is better for me. They're both a +7.
Then
so-
choose like on a lower point.
Sorry?
Whatever you want then, but tell me first.
I am going to do it via insight.
21. That is the same one. Never mind. Rather 8.
Oh wow!
Okay.
I'm using a luck point on
Yeah.
that.
This luck.
Wow!
That is
I'm
a-
going to do it again.
That
I'm
was
going
a
to do
luck
it one
well
more.
spent.
Okay,
16.
I used 2 for it.
You've seen similar symptoms before, and this was typically when people were, for example, addicted to a certain kind of substance, and like it was not your role directly in the cult, but like you've seen that happening. That people like like the cult tried to help a lot of people as well, trying to get out of the misery, and those is very classical. This looks like classic cult what's it called withdrawal
Withdraw. Yeah.
in very heavy stages actually.
So when there is a free moment and it's quiet and I'm not on duty, I go to his cabin and I slowly but very obviously, so it isn't a surprise that I'm there, knock on the door to get his attention. Are you... Well, I was
Well,
about to ask you whether you're alright, but I already know that you're not.
What do you want?
I wanted to let you know that I know what it is you're struggling with.
We are not having the faintest idea what I'm struggling with.
Well, it was my job, well, part of my job, a small part of my job to help the sick in my past life. And I've seen similar, at least, and I just wanted to let you know that if you keep fighting and don't give in, it does get easier with time.
I said
You
nothing.
should eat though. And I pass him a plate of food.
I'll wait until she's gone.
Mhm.
And then,
Yeah. She doesn't say anything else, she just leaves.
after a moment, I pick it up and I try to eat some stuff.
We're now at day 8, day 9. Who's currently on the lookout? Like, I don't know, probably Alaris, because make a perception check for me, Alaris.
Just my luck again.
You're looking like in one direction. As suddenly like you hear from the other side of the ship, and you turn around, like they're like not directly at the ship, but you see like 5 Arakor. You haven't seen them before, but they're like they look like humanoid birds, creatures, like just flying towards the ship. Is there anything you want to do?
Is anyone else on top of the ship, or they all
I
below?
think at this point most of the people are down actually, because like the cold is cold.
I was
How loud is
thinking-
this noise? Would I wake up from it?
Not really, I think.
Okay, because I want to like shout out for the others to come up deck.
That you hear probably.
I was gonna say I was thinking I would be on top by the fire,
Mhm.
like with a blanket, just like writing in the book.
Okay.
So
Yeah, okay. Like you hear this, like they come nearer. They don't really approach. They're kind of like circling a bit from a distance, just curiously looking. But as soon as like people like swarm on the top of the ship, they're like just turning around and like flying away again.
Wait, are they still in range?
I mean, they're probably like 150, 200 feet away.
That was strange.
What were they?
Wait, it says maximum range 320.
Well, then that means they're in range.
I say nothing, I just shoot one.
Okay, try to shoot one. Roll an attack.
Sadly, I got disadvantage on that. Or is it
No, this is-
assassination because it doesn't see it coming?
No, it's first of all, it's just a normal attack, and like it's only skill checks you have disadvantage of. I think attack rolls only at level 3 of exhaustion. You're currently at 2, I would say. So everyone just sees Sin like just sprinting on deck, looks towards the bird, just immediately takes his bow and just shoots.
But it doesn't count as assassinate because it just says you have advantage on attack rolls against any creature that hasn't taken a turn in the combat yet, and any hit you score against a creature that is surprised is a critical hit.
You just get a normal attack roll, I would say.
Hit the hands.
Let's see.
Sin?
Wait. Just trying to find the. Oh, come on, where are you? Okay. +8. You
And
gotta
you
be
miss.
kidding me.
It's like they're always speeding ahead. It's like the arrow just slowly. You felt a little bit of a sensation, like when you fall, like you're ready to strike again, but it's like the arrow just down, like the dread just comes back.
I
What
slam my
exact-
fist on the edge of the ship on the rail. Just slam it down.
What
God
exactly
damn it!
was that meant to accomplish?
Just leave me alone. And I go back on the deck. Oh, actually no. Actually, as I walk back on the deck, I'm approaching it. How do I do this? Yeah, okay, first I go back under the deck and wait for the rest of the crew to go back on the deck as well. That's what I do. And then I'll tell you what I'm doing.
So I guess Ellerin and Riala are going back on the deck again.
Well, I do, before everyone else wanders off, I do take a quick look at them and ask, has Sin spoken to you all about this behavior?
No.
I probably know about this behavior before, right?
It's never been as bad, no.
Okay.
Hmm.
No,
Your
not
friend-
really.
Your friend is suffering from an addiction. And when they don't have access to what they crave, this is what it looks like. And I'm saying this to you now because the longer it goes, the worse it's going to get, and the fouler his mood is going to be, and the more we're going to have to be careful. Not just to guide him through it, but to make sure that, well, with his short temper, that we all don't end up dead.
Oh, he'll be fine.
Only if he's patient. And that doesn't seem to be his strong suit. And then Riala goes below deck.
Hey, Ellerin.
Yeah. Well, that was interesting. How does Riala know all of this?
Don't know.
She kind of creeps me out, to be honest.
She's a little creepy. That's
Hmm.
when you're given.
Yep.
Do you want to do something fun?
Please. That'd be a change of things, wouldn't it?
I don't know if it's gonna work.
Uh-huh.
I want to see if I can teach you. I've never had a student before. I want to try and teach you just a very simple spell.
That'd be pretty cool. What is it?
I think. How about just to make some lights?
Ooh. Okay. Let's
I don't
do
know
it.
if it'll work, but we can try.
Okay, I'm in. What do I have to do?
Well, for now, I'm just going to show you everything, the basics. You don't have a spell book. That is
Nope.
also.
Nope.
But okay, so it might not work now, but I can at least show you some things.
Uh-huh. That works.
So that
That works.
in the future, maybe we can get some stuff, and then you could possibly.
Oh, okay. I like the sound of that.
Cool.
Cool.
I'm gonna spend like, I don't know, an hour or two just showing Elrin like my spell book and like
Elrin's super excited. He's like
just the
looking,
basic spell.
Okay.
and he's super excited, and he's like really trying to focus.
Okay. Cool. Okay, so we sit on the deck. You're looking for spell books. Sin. When you run down, like it now you actually like realize like it was there all the time, but something about Riala is really bothering you. Like all the other like people are, it is fine, but like she, whatever it is, like if it's her aura, is it her, you don't know what, but something deep in you is really, really, like I don't know how to say it, opposed to her, like just. It's not you, like it's something in you. I don't know like where it comes from, but
I want to see outside if she's still there.
yeah. Oh no, she's went down. Yeah.
I went back down.
So I assume she's in her room.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll try to find her.
You find me. I share a cabin with Solarios. So as you walk in, you see Solarios on the hammock, and then you see me sat on the floor up against the wall with my legs and the braces like straight out in front of me, and my back like exactly resting on the wall, so I am actually at a 90-degree angle with the scythe rested in my hand on top of my lap. And I guess it's a hatch and not actually a door, so you just see me sitting there.
Rella, can I talk to you?
Always.
Would you mind taking a walk?
No. And like she pushes herself up with the scythe, and you see her grimacing and groaning, and then stretching as she stands up and says, "After you, then."
Alright, I'll go outside.
I will follow.
So as you're on deck, you see Alaris navigating. You see Elrin and Isaac like over a book sitting next to the flames.
Wait, they're all on board?
They're on deck, yeah.
No one else left.
Can we see the full map of the ship and where everyone's sitting?
I mean, yeah, just position yourself. I guess like it's Elrin and Isaac are probably somewhere here. Alaris is probably standing down here. So
Where are the stairs downwards?
they are actually where. There we go. They're here. I put you there. So here's the door.
Oh, okay. I don't. Yeah, okay. So we're about here-ish. What troubles you, Sin?
Let's move away from the others. I don't want them to hear. Okay, if I walk here, what direction are they looking?
They're just looking at the book right now. Alaris is looking exactly in your direction.
But shouldn't she be... Oh, she can see.
I mean, like, if you go, like, to where the harpoon is not anymore, and, you sit down and just talk softly and normally, like, Isaac and Eder are probably, like, too distracted, and Aller is, it's probably hard to hear from her. Also, the winds are blowing.
Let's go over to where the harpoon used to be, so we have some place for ourselves.
This isn't about that hug, is it? I'm afraid I have some bad news for you if it is.
What bad news?
Well, seeing as... Well... Oh, well, now, Sin, you've put me on the spot. I'm sorry to have to say that as much amusement as that moment gave me, it's simply never going to work between us.
I try to grab her. For a hug, I assume.
Okay, so you open up your arms and go for a hug. Riala, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Taking a step back.
Okay, so trying to grapple her?
I try to grapple her, yeah.
Okay, well then go athletics versus acrobatics or athletics, whatever you choose. Sin, for you it's definitely athletics, and Riala can choose between two. You're not the most equipped for this.
Come on, Sin, you can do this.
That would never work. Do I still have a luck point somehow?
I don't know,
Probably
do you have the luck? Well, he just sidesteps you, I guess.
I mean, actually, I've got disadvantage anyway, right? Or is it not because
it's
of the grapple check?
sure. Oh, well, no, it's actually
so
true. No, it's an athletics check. No, since it's an athletic check, you have disadvantage. You're actually quite a
so
weak.
Doesn't matter, but it's like even worse.
Yeah. So Riala actually have an easy way of dodging.
Yeah. But I do look at him with some, at least it looks like concern, and say, if I didn't know any better, Sin, I would be beginning to be worried.
Where are you now, Riala? Worried. You seem to be an awful lot worried about me lately. How come? What's bothering you about me?
The only 5 people I know in the whole world are sitting on this ship in one place or another. And I have apparently been asleep for over 3,000 years. I'm not about to lose one of my only allies to something as silly as addiction.
If you have slept for so long, how would you feel about sleeping just a bit longer?
I didn't sleep for that long. I woke up, I was in one place for one moment, and then in that dungeon that you found me in the next. It was as if no time had passed at all.
You're saying you're tired?
No. Not even
You
remotely.
want to close your eyes again?
No. I want you to tell me what's wrong. No one just pulls me to one side for no reason. No one, bar one person, tries to hug me without reason. If you try any harder, Sin, it's going to become increasingly obvious to the rest of your friends here that something is incredibly wrong with you.
If I look below, what do I see?
Right now, let's look where we are. We are at day 9. So you're currently over a big, big, big forest. This looks very differently than the high forest you've been. This one has looks way darker and way looking down you can't really see anything beneath the rooftop of the forest, so to say.
You trust me, Rihanna?
Not on your life, Sin.
Oh, you're saying you don't trust me?
It's not in my nature to trust many, I'm afraid.
Do you realize that I've saved your life in the past?
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Do tell.
I remember a moment when you were flying right to the ground, and I looked below again. And I'm not sure how you look at these things from where you're from, but at that velocity, I'd say even someone like you would break all their bones.
Oh, I would absolutely break all of my bones. What's the point here, Sin? Are you threatening me?
No, I'm reminding you of a time when I flew after you to save you. I'm wanting to help you remember that you owe me for that.
I see. And what are you hoping to gain out of this owing this debt that I owe you? If you have something to say, please just speak your mind. I never had much love for riddles.
Can you magically move through the world, or are you unable to produce any type of portal or any other device that makes you travel faster?
With everything that you have just said, why would I tell you that?
Because you owe me, and you need to do something for me.
Let me check.
Two things you could do. One is actually a spell you have.
Yeah, I'm just trying to work out which one it is because I can't
level,
remember.
third from the top.
Sorry?
First 4th level spell, which is not a power cast. So, like the third 4th level spell on your list could work.
Yeah, that is what I was thinking as well.
And then there's another option that has to do with all your meditation and your connection to the Shadowfell. So you think if you actually sacrifice all this life force into a portal, you could maybe bring you guys to the Shadowfell for maybe a short amount of time, or you haven't tried.
There is a roundabout way that I know, but it's not without risk, and it's not a permanent.
No, we won't need anything permanent. I need you to go to wherever you can go. And I need you to bring me a replacement for the kill that you stole, and you know exactly what you did. You sliced that man's throat. It's not the first one you took from me. I told you the moment you stepped on this ship. Those kills are mine, and mine alone. If you don't want your throat cut in the night, you'll make up for this. I look at her as threateningly as I can, and then I'll walk back to my cabin.
Okay.
Can you do me a favor? because I, as a player, am unsure where I want to go with this.
Sure.
So I kind of want to let the dice decide.
Okay.
What check goes up against intimidation?
Normally do a saving throw thing. Let me actually see. Something. Let me get. Yeah, I mean,
Charisma.
typically it's a charisma saving throw, I would say.
Can you roll an intimidation check for me, please, Sin?
All right. Holy
With
crap.
disadvantage.
Ease clap.
Nice. Yeah. So like actually that you totally like drained and like you retire, like you have eye rings up here. This actually makes it even more intimidating because you look really crazy and threatening. Like your eyes just are like crazy eyes.
Yeah. So as you walk away, you don't necessarily see it until you've gone, but Riala is actually now like properly and realistically concerned.
As she should be.
Day 10, as you make it over the Lurkwood Forest, it seems like you are now in what they call the Valley of Kedron. Sin, in the morning, you feel shitty as before, but you also feel a little bit better. However,
Must be because of that successful intimidation.
However, like somehow, like whatever is deep inside it, like there's like some essence or like some part of you that really, really wants Riala gone. But you're already feeling bad. It's like I think you're actually now at exhaustion level 1 again, and like some of the sweat has like resided, but you're still. You're not fine. It's getting better.
I have a question for Night of Day 9. Haha.
Mm-hmm.
Can I tell, if I did a medicine check, would I be able to tell how much further he has to go before he
Yeah.
gets to the other side of this?
You have like seen so many people go through this kind of stuff. Like you definitely. Yeah, with that like especially. So yeah. So he's currently at the make or break point. So if he's able to get over the hill right now, so to say, and doesn't fall back into this ways, this could have permanent effect. But you know how what the problem is, like one little thing and everything goes back to normal.
Do I have I'm looking at the map, and it's an important question.
Yeah.
Do these rooms have hatches, windows?
Yeah, you see like these little hatches on the side.
Are they easy to get out of?
I would say it's not easy, but you actually have to squeeze through it.
Okay, during that night I go to Alaris, and I say to her, "You and Sin are close, correct?
You could say so, yes.
Your friend is at a very important point.
What do you mean?
As I told you a couple of nights ago, he is struggling with an addiction. I don't fully know what to, though I can hazard a guess. And without having had his... the word in Netherese is fix. He is in a lot of pain and a lot of anguish. If he chooses to take a fix now, he will slide straight back into the way all of you have known him for some time, I would imagine. However, if he continues to resist, as he has done so well at so far, he may be able to break the mold. Would you like to help him do so?
I could try my best to try and help him.
I need you to use your oh so obvious strength to bar his door and stop him from getting out of the room.
Out of his
if he
room, that
can't-
sense.
if he can't escape, he can't get access to his fix, and he comes out of this the other side much better. Trust me, I've seen it 100 times before.
Alright, well, I share the same room as him. Yes, you do, Sin. Last episode, we had to share the same room. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure that we can manage other accommodation for you in the time being. It's only a couple of days, if that.
Okay, and then if he confronts me, then how are we gonna handle that?
I won't lie, it's risky. Some people are angry to start with, some people are frustrated at their closest friends for trying to help them through a time like this, but others come to see that it was for the best and necessary. And it may actually strengthen the bond that you share. I cannot answer that question. You know Sin better than I do. Here is what it comes down. Here is what it comes down to, Alaris. He asked me to find a replacement for the kill that I took away from him, Markham, and the one before that, the guard from that place. Was it called Silver Moon? That got stuck on the spike that was initially on the ship. Now, if you don't help me, I am going to go to a place and find him a replacement. Because I need him sharp. But I would rather have him sharp and not ready to kill every single one of us at the drop of a hat than sharp and in a state like this again 2 weeks down the line. But you're his friend, not me. So the decision is in your hands.
This is like one of those games where you have to like choose a decision and like the outcome of your decision.
Sin will remember that.
Oh my god. Oh, he's gonna be so angry with me if I do this. And he hasn't killed us yet. Or hasn't tried to kill us, so...
Desperation does strange things to people. You can trust me on that as well.
Alright, so... I think I will... help you actually on this one, because I see how bad it was this time, and I've never seen it this bad before.
I think that's a wise choice.
Grossy, don't be angry with me.
Now, you don't be angry with me if things happen that you don't like.
So the aim here is, while Sin is in his room, to basically jam the door or make sure that it is unopenable without great strength. Yeah, that's the plan. I don't know exactly how we do that.
I've been running like shit the past couple of sessions.
I will do everything in my power to help.
Okay. Is he sleeping?
Right now, yeah, it's night.
Okay.
Before Alaris does anything, I will cast Bless. You bless up to 3 creatures of a choice within range whenever a target makes an attack roll or oh wait, no, not bless. There was another one that I had. Guidance.
As a cantrip, you can just do it all the time.
Yeah, it's a guidance. Once before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4 and add that number rolled to one ability check. It can roll the die before or after making the ability check.
Yeah.
So if you don't like the result, add a d4.
Cool. Alright, so depending on where the door opens, like
Inwards.
I'll have to. Huh?
It opens inwards.
Towards the room.
Yes.
How the hell am I gonna board this up if the door goes inward?
How does it open? Is it on a hinge or is it
Yeah.
on a...
No, it's just a hinge.
Well, you... I know the physics behind this.
Newton, please
bet-
help.
Sorry?
And Mr. Newton, please help.
You put something on the handle, basically, right? So that if the door opens...
Like a chair.
It's like, not necessarily a chair, but it would be like one of those chain locks, but from the outside. So the door can only open so much before it
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
a chain or a heavy rope or some... Not a heavy rope, because he can cut through that. So a chain that you can tie up to something on the outside that stops it from opening more than like an inch.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't know. Is there anything on the ship or anything? I'm gonna check if I
No
have
chains
anything.
or anything, no.
Worst comes to worst, take... we have a harpoon on the back. Take that apart, use the chain from that.
Yeah, you can do that.
I think I'll have to. I don't have anything on me.
Okay. So you dismantle the harpoon. Okay, it takes a while. You're not really like most craftable, but you know, you put up, break some stuff off. At some point, you have like dismantled the harpoon, and you have the chain of the harpoon in your hand. Yeah.
Why do you face palm?
Oh, it's okay.
And I go downstairs
Okay.
towards the door, and then I do that physics thing that Rihanna mentioned.
Make a check for me. I'm not sure which one. Probably a dexterity one. Yeah, do a dexterity check for me.
So just straight dexterity.
Straight dexterity.
Okay. What's it? Plus 2.
Seems to hold for now.
Do you want to use the d4?
I think I should want to use the D4.
Okay. So that's
So 17.
Okay. And then
I guess we leave it like that.
are you going somewhere or just
I think I need to go back to my steering, right? And then would you keep
I'm going to
watch?
keep that. Yeah.
Okay.
okay? Yeah, I mean, since you're so exhausted, you probably don't get anything of this. But in the morning when you wake up, like stuff that I said before happens. Like you feel a bit better, but you're still, you know, sweating but you feel like a little bit of the weight has been like it's not as urgent as before, but you still are hungry.
I'm probably looking at my hands as I wake up, see if they're still shaking.
Yeah, they're still. As I said, like it's not as like as hard as before, but there's like you're still shivering.
Okay, I want to get up and I want to go to the door.
Well, it's locked. So you open it for a bit, but then it's just like it's stuck. You hear the rattling of chains. Like obviously
What's
you're locked
happening?
in.
What is this?
Good morning, Sin.
You. I take it you didn't pay the debt.
I want you to give me a day, maybe 2, and you will feel better. You will get past this without having to kill.
Why did you lock me up?
To stop you from killing.
Open the door now.
She said no.
I said no.
I start rattling the chains and I look at her and I say, help.
I am helping. And you know that.
No, as a command.
Okay. Make a wisdom saving throw, Ariana.
What saving throw am I
A
making?
wisdom.
Okay.
Let's see against what. I think it's against. Oh, it's against 6. 14. Sorry, against 14.
Oh, I gotta get the right application up. Roll.
Angry German noises.
Plus 7.
Yeah, succeed. You have been like people have tried to command you like multiple times in your life. This is no. You shake it off easily.
I know what you're trying to do, Sin, and it won't help. Trust me. I'm not a doctor, but I am a cleric, and that's close.
I close the door.
Okay.
I turn around. I take a look at that window. Is it big enough for me to fly through?
You see it actually on the
On the map, right? There's a window.
Yeah, but you see it like on the drawing of the thing with the balloon on the left. You see how big they are in comparison to the rest of it.
That seems like I could fit through.
Yeah, I think you could fit through if you squeeze through. Easy. Make an acrobatics check. Let's see.
What if you fall
No
off?
disadvantage.
I can fly. Come on. All I need to do is. Are you gonna ask me to do acrobatics to go through a window if it's big enough for me? What kind of acrobatics am I supposed to do here? Like barrel roll
Fitting
through the
through.
window?
Let's just see.
Saving throw.
No, it's just a normal athletic acrobatics check with disadvantage.
All right.
Just wanna see. By the way, if you roll from now, we said like we never do individual rolls again on D20 because they're taking so long. We always go like roll / roll 2D, 20 plus. Blah, blah.
Oh,
So
I
yeah,
see.
it's quicker. 16 is enough. Yeah, you 12 actually. 12 is enough. Yeah, you make it through the window. You're not like in the window.
Of course,
and
I'm
you're, like,
using my ring of levitation, obviously.
Yes.
As I go through.
Okay, and then you can levitate wherever you want to.
I'm in deep shit.
Well, at this point, my character doesn't know you did this,
Yeah.
so you're not really in deep shit. I wanna very stealthily hover upwards, so my head peeks over the edge of the
Make a
board.
stealth check.
Of the board.
Who's currently at the steering wheel?
Me.
Again? Okay, sure. Then make a perception check against him. I think
I'm so sorry, Green Cricket.
it's fine. We do dungeons at another point. This is actually really good.
You're lucky. Oh!
Oh, nice.
You were
How
lucky.
did that
Oh wait,
happen?
no, this doesn't count.
Oh
That's
yeah,
not, it didn't do the
yeah.
thing.
You didn't roll.
Wait, how did I do that wrong?
You can't have a spacebar between the 2 and the D20.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Basically, just said rolling 2 right now, like / roll 2. That was the command you sent out. So yeah, okay, that's way higher. Sure. 22, basically.
So what do I see? Who's on board?
Currently, just Alar is steering.
I'm here.
I mean, you're probably still waiting in front of my door, right?
Yeah, I am. I just moved myself.
Okay. Right, maybe I should move myself too. Yeah, well, there now. I want to...
Make a perception check reality for me, though.
I want to move up behind Alaris and hover onto the board behind Alaris.
Okay.
What are you gonna do?
Perception +3.
Yeah, otherwise you have no idea. Like he's very stealthy. Yes.
Uh-huh.
And like reality, it becomes quiet in this room, but you don't hear anything else. Like it's just.
Sin, are you there? Okay, and then I go above board.
Until that happens, then you still.
I
have,
also call Ellerin and Isaac.
Okay, then you still have a bit second there, like where you hover up next to Alaris.
Well,
Also, you see the harpoon is not there anymore.
Maybe he's oblivious. Maybe he didn't notice that.
no, apparently I noticed. But did I see the harpoon somehow stuck in the door there?
No,
did I
you just
not
see the
get to see
chain.
Like the harpoon itself is probably on the floor next to the actual thing, and only the chain is gone.
Yeah. I mean,
No, I took everything down.
Oh, okay. Well, then you don't see that.
the harpoon is just missing.
While I slowly approach Alaris from behind. And I put my hand around her mouth from behind.
Mm.
And I say,
Of course, I startle.
Alaris, don't scream.
I just stand there.
And I let go of her again as she realizes I'm here. Alaris, Rihanna has gone crazy. I just woke up in my room and she had locked me up.
And this is the moment where you hear Riala shouting from below.
Ellerin,
We have to stop her. She's trying to do something. We have to kill her.
What? I think she was only having good intentions.
Ella and Isaac, you definitely hear Riala like saying that.
Okay.
Good intention. She locked me up. She's gonna do something. She wanted me out of it so she could hurt you.
I'm sure she has her reasons. She probably won't kill you or hurt you.
Are you right in the head?
And this is where Riala probably hits the deck.
banishment isn't prepared.
It is. I just checked your sheet. Have you checked?
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. I disguise self. No, it doesn't matter. Sorry. I keep forgetting that my voice doesn't change. Otherwise, this would have been.
Yeah.
This would have made sense. Now it doesn't make. I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah. Okay. Then
Alright.
I
I hug Alaris. Do you resist?
No.
I just wanna. Okay. And I start levitating.
Okay. Alaris, you wanna be levitated with?
Yeah, but can you carry this heavy dragon?
Yeah, I've done it before.
While levitating.
Yeah, you can. Like the
I've done
question
it
is, do
before.
you wanna like? Are you letting it? Like, do you let it, or do you try to resist the levitation?
No, I'm not resisting because I
Okay.
don't even know the
So Sin just grabs you, and you just and you both go up in the air. Riala, what are you doing?
if I look around and see him and I say, "Sin, don't do this. It's a mistake."
And I wanna move. I just wanna move here.
Okay.
I can't move her. I want to move her with me, of course. There. That we have a
Oh, there.
above the abyss.
Are Ellerin and Isaac also?
I mean, they at some point probably
Following
come.
me.
I guess.
Oh,
Okay.
Sin, what are you doing?
Riala, where's my kill? Promised me a kill. Where is it?
If you're not careful, then it's already in your own hands. You wouldn't want to do that to your friend, would you?
See what she wants me to do, Alaris. She wants me to kill you. Right here in front of everyone.
I look to Isaac and Ellerin and say,
Kill her? Me?
Oh.
Are you gonna kill? Do you want to kill me?
Oh, I don't want to kill you. I think Riella wants me to kill you.
I don't want you to kill anyone, Sin. This is the
Sin.
point.
Riella owes me.
Sen,
So let's just
put
go.
Alaris down.
No, I'm not looking at Isaac. I'm looking away from Isaac before he does his hocus pocus again.
Keep us straight.
Actually, speaking of Hocus Pocus, I'm gonna cast Charm Person.
Ellen,
I actually. Does he have to look at you?
Charm Person, you don't need to look at me.
Yeah, but the problem is with Charm Person though that, as we said, like it's not you control him or anything. It's just that he's more, I don't know, more how's it? Loyal is also the wrong word. More positive to you, so to say. The only thing that happens is to get advantage on charisma checks in this case against him.
Am I able to try and get the ring from him and put it on myself so I can control the limitation?
Okay, I mean you can try. So I guess it would be.
But that, I mean,
Okay, I'm not gonna cast Charm Person.
is there a rule in the rulebook for this, like stealing? I guess it would be stealing or something. Right?
I think
is
it's
it pickpocket?
I think
But
it's-
if someone who's
Nah. I think it's actually wrestling. I think she actually uses force, right? Like you kind of like grab the arm, you know, try to wrestle the ring from him, right?
it's a grapple check.
I would
Yeah.
say it's athletics against acrobatics in this case again. Sin trying to wriggle out of it, like you trying to get the ring. I think it's
Okay, what's mine?
athletics, and Sin goes acrobatics with a disadvantage. Exhaustion is, you know, that is good.
Oh, wait, sorry. No, I didn't do 20.
Oh shit! I thought it's a natural 20. What's
17.
yeah? Well, yeah. I mean, this is like
No.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
that is shockingly easy though. To steal a ring on someone's finger who's holding. I don't
no,
know.
it's not stealing.
Okay.
It's like she grabs your hand like forcefully. You try to get like her hand away from you, and she just uses the other hand to just pull it off your hand. This is like force versus trying to wiggle out. She's
this is
strong.
exactly what you did to. Oh god, I've forgotten my own character's name, Namaya.
Namaya.
Can I? As she tries to do this, can I command stop?
Yeah, sure. Try to go for it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Alaris, stop!
What do I have to roll for this?
Wisdom saving throw against 14.
Wisdom.
Isn't it charisma?
Let me check.
I rolled
Wisdom.
charisma.
No, it's wisdom.
Oh no, I did charisma against the intimidation,
Okay.
didn't I?
Yeah,
Never
yeah.
mind.
This is a wisdom saving throw.
Too much rolling against Sin today.
I have, what's that? Indomitable, so I can try again. Because I failed.
That is true. You can do again. Yeah.
Quite spectacularly.
Well,
Fuck!
yeah. Like as Sin just looks in your eyes, you're not sure if it's the spell or if it's just like your willingness to listen to commands, and she just stops. You just freeze. Like you don't have the ring. Like you just stop in the tracks.
Okay, I want to react to this and only hold her by one arm, and that's the one that does not have the ring on the finger
Okay.
in front.
So just push her away, have her just on the arm, and the ring is now out of reach for you.
Okay, Sen,
Riella, you better hurry up. I'm still waiting.
Sen, put Alaris down.
Oh, I will put her down. Just a bit of
Alaris.
a long fall, but
Alaris.
she'll end up on the
Alaris.
ground.
Alaris, look at me. I need you to just trust me here. And I will cast Polymorph on Alaris and turn her into a giant eagle.
Alaris, do you wanna resist the spell or do you wanna let it happen?
No,
Okay.
I'll let it happen.
Okay. So Sam, you feel as like suddenly like the hand turns into feathers, and like you now have a giant eagle in your left hand, trying to struggle free.
How is it that Isaac always single-handedly crosses my plans so hard? Crazy.
A wizard.
Who's got
It's definitely not the first.
Who's got the ring, me or you?
Sin has it.
Okay.
By the way, you're a giant eagle in comparison to him, who is medium-sized.
I don't think I can hold my arm.
No, I think you
because
can.
it's
Like,
well,
but you
birds
can
have
probably,
hollow bones.
but you can definitely wriggle free if you want to try. It's just
Yeah, oh my god.
Yeah, it's
Isn't
just
it acrobatics against acrobatics again?
it's your athletics versus her acrobatics or athletics. This is how grapple works. Let me quickly get the stats for Giant Eagle.
Yes, it was my athletics, and then
Giant
you had to roll
Eagle,
either
D&D.
athletics or acrobatics. No, it's the opposite way around.
Yes, so Cindy make an athletics check with disadvantage, and I'm going to check the eagle. The giant eagle, blah 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 blah. There we go. Strength +3, Dex +3. Yeah, basically you roll with a +3.
I mean, I already.
No, I
Wait,
don't.
who? Me?
Yeah, Alaris, you ran.
You,
do have
Alaris.
+3.
+3.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
there you go.
I only rolled one die, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah. You wrestle free. You know, it's a fascinating like feeling. You're actually able to fly.
Oh.
Finally.
Sin. Okay.
And I try to get Sin. And
Do we really need to do another grapple check, guys?
No. I'll stop the effect of the ring. Let myself fall.
Okay. Sin just
oh wait,
starts dropping.
onto the boat.
So before you let me die like this, obviously I'm gonna put it back on before I hit the ground. Just saying. I'll let everything else transpire though as I'm starting
I'm
to
gonna
die.
go after him to get him.
Okay.
I just watch.
Sin, do you let it happen as Alarish dives down?
See, the thing is, I know how D&D works. If I shoot anything at her, it's not gonna make her slow down or anything.
Not really.
I don't have anything to slow her down. Like, if I could, I would do that.
I'll
I
command
don't think
again.
I've got
maybe.
anything.
Command
Come
would
again?
definitely get her back for one combat round, for sure.
Alright. I mean, that's my last spell slot, though.
Your choice.
Well, as I fall, I say, "Flee, Alaris!"
Okay, that's pretty good actually. That gets actually 2 rounds because she has to move away from you. So yeah, Alaris, another wisdom saving throw from me. Because you can fall quite a lot in 2 combat rounds.
I'm so happy I did this.
You must use the giant. She used the giant eagle's wisdom.
What is it?
Ah shit, I forgot. Wait a second. Giant eagle, blah blah blah. What is it? Where do I see the saving throw? I see. It doesn't have proficiency on those, so it's just. Yeah, it's just wisdom. Okay, so it's +2.
Just +2.
It is +2.
15.
Yeah, it's enough.
God damn it! Just let me go.
Yeah, you approach him, and like halfway down to the bottom, you're able to grab him if you want to.
She can fly fast. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
she can.
Well, I use Mithra's cloak.
Okay. Sure. Roll at 20.
I love the commitment. By the way, on deck, I'm saying to Isaac and Ellerin, I warned you. I told you that this is the
It's
kind of
just
thing
not
that we were
enough.
going to behave.
Alaris grabs you. You can roll one more time though, because like she's like pulling upwards. Still not happening. So you now already at the height of the deck. I let you roll one more time as she is nearly like dropping you down on the ship. There, there we go.
Oh!
And Alaris, at the moment as you wanna like fly to the ship and you wanna grab Sin just vanishes between your grasps. And Sin,
Could others also?
yeah, and Sin, in the astral plane, you can now choose where you want to reappear. Within 20 feet, I think.
Within 20 feet. Well, that's like nothing. How high up above the trees are we?
Oh, ooh, quite a lot. I think you probably around. I mean, not. I'm so hard against like with feet, but you're probably 100 meters.
Well, I want to appear below the ship, I suppose, as far below the ship as possible.
Yeah, I can do
And
that.
as I say below the ship, I literally mean below the ship, as in I might be out of their sight for a bit longer.
Yeah, you would probably be here around, I would say, 10 to 15 feet beneath the ship.
Yeah.
Okay. Flop, you're back. You wanna-
Below, not on
No,
top.
no, below. And you levitate, I guess.
I want to keep falling. I want to get to the ground.
Okay, you fall.
I need to get away from these people.
Okay. Yeah. You don't know where Sin is right now. Others, what are you doing? Or what does everyone do right now?
Alex is still a bird for the next hour until I stop it.
Okay.
So,
You
I mean,
can-
again, before you just randomly kill me, before I hit anything early enough, I'll use my levitation ring and then slowly land.
Sure.
Just
Right
to
now,
say that.
you're falling. Alaris, Isaac, Ellerin, Riala. Sin just vanishes.
I tried.
What in the world did you do to piss him off now?
I locked him in his room to get him out.
Why?
To
What was
get
the point of that?
to get him out of his addictive behavior. This can only be broken by actually fighting through it,
How do you know so much about this?
because it was part of my job. I was a healer. That was my primary function, one of my primary
A
functions.
healer. I've seen you do a lot of opposite of healing.
You've also been unconscious for when I have been healing. I'll prove it to you. Don't worry.
Yeah, you better.
But for now, Sin is very sick, and he needs our help.
I'm gonna look over the side of the ship if I can see him.
Actually, it's like, I think in his position, it's hard. Alaris, what are you doing?
Flying.
Okay, you try to look around. You don't see
Yeah.
him right away, but you probably see him as he's like already like too far to the ground. But he's quite far away from you.
I have my... No, never mind.
I like. Can I speak common
No.
as a bird or just?
Just
Oh.
Okay. I just like make noises and like point downward.
Nervous
Okay.
bird noises.
I'm gonna go towards Alois and I'm like, "Are you do you want us to go down?"
And I make noises again and like pop my head.
Okay.
At this point,
I mean-
Sin, you are safely at the ground.
All right.
And with
Okay,
the ground,
Alois?
I mean you reaching the. Wait, are we already above the forest, or have we passed? Let me check.
You told us we were at the valley now.
Yeah, okay, so we currently, I think we're at the edge of the forest. So yeah, you're now at the valley. Where you currently are is, there is like snow.
Previously
Oops,
on
I hate
Vanilla
this so much,
Starlings.
sorry. Okay, there we go. Where you land, there's already like a little, like I would say like at least like 10 centimeters of snow already flying. There are like little hills in front of you, and if you look north, you see like this big mountain range.
Do I understand that this is the area we wanted to go to?
Yeah, this is probably quite near to your location where you're going to get.
Okay.
This seems to be the valley of Kedron, which is like the valley before the big mountain range.
Do I see the river somewhere, anywhere?
The
Because I
river?
did have the map to study before.
Oh yeah, let me see. So let me check what you see. So right now, I would say, not right now, because they're like trees and little hills. You're just like in a little, yeah. It's probably north because you haven't seen it on the way to where you're flying until now.
Because I know that there's going to be the... Is it called the Miraba River?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called the Mirror River.
Miraba.
Yeah, that's the Mirror River. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. when we talked about where we find the giant exactly,
It was north of the river in the valley.
north of the river of the valley. So if I was to say I want to find the river
You would know.
and follow the river, I should be able to make my way unless I die on the road or something.
Yes. You should be able to go north for sure.
Okay. Well, I
Sorry, continue.
assume my heart's racing at this point. Like my whole
I mean,
group,
yeah.
like I exposed my momentary insanity to the whole group, and I even almost hurt Alaris. So in that moment, I'm probably very shaken up. And I think to myself, maybe it's for the best if I stay away from them just a moment, like a few days longer, so I don't do anything stupid. Because the question is, how much does my character realize and see through the fact that I'm getting better, that I'm getting over this without killing?
Whatever you think, like you noticed already, there's like a bit of an improvement today. So you're quite intelligent. As Sin.
Come again?
You're quite intelligent.
Yeah, because I mean, what I would say is after this fall, and now being for myself, being able to catch my breath, I must realize that maybe, this is the chance to stay for myself without killing any of them. Because I realized I was already starting to feel like murdering Riala.
Yeah, for sure.
And I need to hide from them, and I want to reconnect to them. I don't want to like abandon the group, but if maybe the urge goes away just a bit more, I can control myself, and then like I can explain to them.
Okay. So yeah, you make your way through the snow. First thing you realize, it's especially for tiefling, this is quite cold. You need to find like shelter, or need to make shelter soon. So you can definitely wander off, but like if you wanna stay out for the whole day here, you need to find a way to rewarm yourself.
Yeah, I just want to say, from a player's perspective, real quick, it's not my general intention to separate myself from the group like this, but from a character perspective, I really think that would be what Sin would do right now. And I, as a player, wouldn't mind if I'm detached from the events that the group are affected until we hopefully reconnect. And I'm willing to put myself through some survival stuff here. I don't want like too much screen time just for me. That's also not what I want. I just think like nothing right now, unless I want to dive more into this insanity that's been building up, would take me back to them right now until it got a bit better. Okay. If that's okay for you as a GM and everything, because I know you don't want us separating.
For me, the question is more like, what does the group do? Like, how much effort are they actually putting in finding you and getting you back?
Well, if I still have the attention of people on the ship, one of my comments is that I assume, I don't know this for certain, but I assume Sin is addicted to killing. I don't know why, but that's my assumption. If he kills another person, then all of this work will have been for nothing. But he won't admit to the fact that he is on the way to recovery now. So if you want to help your friend, the best thing to do is find him and tie him up to something that he can't escape from for 1-2 more days to help him through the end of it. Otherwise, it's more akin to putting down a rabid dog.
Okay.
I also don't think you'll survive in the cold for too long.
Alaris, you're still abandoned. Well, I mean, Alaris is still a bird for a good amount of time. She could probably scoop him up, bring him back.
If she finds him.
I mean, you have advantage on perception checks, and eagle, to be honest, it's easy for you to spot him. The question is just a matter of, do you want to pick him up? When do you want to pick him up? do you leave him be?
I mean, I'm doing stealth and stuff, right? Like, I'm trying to hide.
Yeah, you can do that. Just saying, you're going against an eagle with disadvantage.
Or you're going against someone with 12 plus on
Sure.
and stealth.
Yeah, okay, let's
So-
make it. Like, do you a stealth check with disadvantage, and others you do a perception check with advantage, and you roll
What's the eagle's
+4.
We have the episode moment where it's split screen montage of
Okay, 22. Pretty good.
I basically have to roll a d20.
Yes, +4 with 2 times.
Oh, we have to put a 2 in front.
That would
yeah.
be good.
23.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, yes, you actually spot the sun. So for me, the question, it's actually not that hard to spot Sin. He's not used to hide in like snow environment. So even as good as he hides, you still see the disturbance in the snow, even though he tries to cover his tracks.
Isaac is going to say, Riala, to your point, while I do agree with you, he made a lot of effort just to get off of the ship, and he was hell-bent on hurting someone on the ship. So, would it maybe not be worth considering to just leave him for a while? I can check on him.
That is one possibility. Another is to let him. Another is to let him do his work, and I can bring that person back like that. But that's beside the point. Either we can leave him to it and hope he doesn't exhaust himself and die of frostbite, or we can try to help him more actively. But the choice isn't mine to make. You know him better than I do.
I mean, I just spot him and I'm just not gonna go towards him.
Okay.
I just pretend I didn't see him.
I will snap Alice out of polymorph.
I'm flying.
Mid-air.
I thought you were still on the ship. Never mind.
Okay, when she's back at the ship, you snap her out of polymorph.
Yeah.
And I say I couldn't find him, but the snow is too dense.
Well, then we'll have to hope that he knows where he's going and meet up with him.
Okay.
Or take the search to the ground ourselves.
So for me, 2 questions now. First of all, what do you want to do in the next, let's say, 2 days as a group?
How close are we now?
Pretty close. Probably like in this day you reach the Miraba River, and then you're in the Valley of Kedron.
I will say later on that same day, I will scry on Sin, just to see.
So for me, Sin, do you want to do specific stuff, or do you want to just try to hide and survive?
So I'm aware that it's very cold. I do still have my bag of holding with me, so there's all my equipment basically. And if things get too heavy, I can put them into the bag, so I don't feel such a burden. I do have a bedroll with me, a backpack with all my survivor stuff. I've got rations. You say I was fully stacked. I got water. I got a map.
You were fully stacked before we travelled 8 days north.
Yeah, but you definitely have 2 more provisions, I would say. I would say we were 10 or something. So actually 1 more provision because like...
I had 9 provision before you guys said we stacked full.
Yeah, perfect. So I would say you have 1 more day before you run out.
How long can you go without food?
And actually you can do quite a lot. It's like just the exhaustion increases. So I would say 2 to 3 days, and then like it also depends like on the rest of the exhaustion level. Like for example, if you're in a snowstorm, you can't do that long because like the snowstorm, for example, would like raise your exhaustion level in addition to the starvation.
I would try. Wait, am I faster when I'm flying or when I'm walking? Depends, I guess, on the ground
if
that
it's
I'm
not difficult
exposing.
terrain, it doesn't matter. If you were flying over difficult terrain, you would be quicker in flying.
Yeah.
But you can't fly too long. It's like 3 times per day for 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Do I travel faster in the astral plane?
Yeah, because you can teleport like 30 feet, so to say, within there. But you only have 6 charges and you already lost 3 of them. So you can only
so I
pop
got
3
3
more
more.
times.
Well, I would try to follow. Like, obviously, if it gets too cold, if I'm about to die, I might have to do something about that.
Okay.
I am infernal, and I believe my legacy also means that I'm not sure if I'm physically hotter. Like, I can summon flames and stuff.
Yeah, but like...
I also have sacred flame. Does that not have any heat to it?
No, but what you could do is... actually, let me check.
I guess I could also check my other spells if I rest
No,
and reallocate spells. I could maybe...
What you could do... maybe that. I think you can get a campfire going or something, but you can't like heat yourself or something. But you can at least ignite a campfire, I would say.
Yeah. So obviously I don't want to die and freeze to death or anything, or get stuck there.
Then
I wanna still like follow them, because I assume that ship is easy for me to spot in the sky. And as much as I can, I want to follow them still, knowing I have to follow the river to eventually meet up with them again.
Make 3 survival checks for me.
Okay.
And like it means like roll 6 day 20 plus whatever, because you have still a disadvantage because of your exhaustion. And for every failed one, your exhaustion level increases by 1. Okay. Yeah, that is plus 2.
5,
okay.
10, and 13.
Yeah.
So it's 7, 12, and 15.
Okay, you only have... Oh, wait. It's only 1 fail. You... Like, the pairings are pretty good. Yeah, you have pretty good pairings there. Okay. So your exhaustion level increases only by 1. As you're actually making... You're actually pretty okay. You get a campfire going at some point, you know. You find shelter, you next to some trees. Rest there for a bit. You climb up a tree again to, you know, rest. Get yourself in the back row for a bit to warm up again. Get going again. The bag of holding is really, really handy for all this stuff. Like you can travel light, and now you're at like 50% speed. So like the ship is kind of like getting a bit more out of sight day by day, but you're making good progress, which is also what Isaac sees. Like it could be really worse, like how Sin is doing, but it seems like he's holding up quite okay.
You're saying I'm getting one
level of exhaustion.
Further level exhaustion.
Yeah.
So I'm at 2 exhaustion now.
So this would be like, I would say, like 1 day of like including night that you spend outside there.
Okay.
And at the next day you already feel actually, especially since you're now like in nature, like surrounded by good air, and it's actually kind of peaceful. You actually feel even better than before. Like shaking is still there, but like it's... You're not sure if it's not from hunger or from addiction. It's... You know, it's getting better.
Oh, I mean, I want to say 2 things here. One is bad for me, one is good.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't seem I'm just like trying to weasel my way out of this. I did say I didn't eat anything for most of my time on the ship, and I meant that, so I should have a few more rations than you think.
Cool, then you can just eat up now.
But exhaustion 2 means my speed is halved.
Yes.
So I'm making quite slow progress, I assume. But yeah, but I should have a bit, like I barely ate anything. I should have like at least 2 extra rations or something, I think. Like that's how I imagine my character going, like eating or something.
Ship crew. Anything you want to do? Isaac, you've seen how he's doing.
I will just tell everyone that he's doing alright. That he's fine.
You also know that he's making his way towards like where you're going.
Well then, it seems that we have nothing to worry about. Maybe a couple of days in the wilderness by himself is exactly what he needs.
Yep,
Okay. So ship crew. Yeah.
Yeah, then let's just try to find somewhere to land.
So as you make your way through the Vale of Kedlin, there's actually it's not as very easy to see actually. There are some trees that are just like broken down, like big like tracks, which definitely belong to a giant. As you north of the river, it seems there's like make a survival check for me actually.
All of us.
Or whoever
Oh.
wants to look down there.
I'll try. Not very good.
What the?
No.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, that's
Wow.
all. Yo, God, guys. Okay, yeah, well, it's giant. It's giant tracks, right? So, what you see is whenever this this giant that moves here, it seems he's patrolling. It's going left, right, and it seems like as since you rolled that good, you probably can see like these are tracks that seems to renew in a way, like you have multiple tracks next to each other, probably every 2 to 3 days.
Is it possible to tell the last time?
Yeah,
he
if
was
you were
here? They were here.
if you are high roll, yeah, it's probably like 1 day since the last
Okay.
time. You see like the
So
snow
we
filling
have-
it up.
Yeah. So we have a couple more days before passes in this direction again, but if we follow them backwards, perhaps we'll run into him.
It's a good idea.
Okay.
I don't know whether that's the best idea. Do any of you know how to communicate with a giant that might want to kill us?
Not me.
No,
Mm.
I
Well-
cannot speak giant. I'll add it to my list.
Okay, so you're following the tracks northwards, like northeastwards actually. Sin, make 3 more survival checks for me. So just the 6 to 20
Mhm.
thing again. That is 13. That is Okay, so you get 1 level of exhaustion in addition to the ones you have before. As like the whole cold thing and like traveling still gets to you a bit. Also, you had an encounter with a pack of wolves, which you were able to fend off after like you're killing 2. It's a question actually. What do you
Wait,
do?
did I kill things?
That's actually the thing I want to do. Like when the wolves kind of like encircle around you, what do you want to do?
I've got a torch. I want to shoo them away.
Okay, make an intimidation.
Given that more days have passed and I'm feeling better and better, right?
Yeah, you
The
do.
urge should go away more and more.
Yes.
I want to try to intimidate them. I
Yeah.
use thaumaturgy to make the ground
Okay.
quake and my voice 3 times as loud.
Okay. Yeah, you can actually do it with a normal roll because you get advantage and it's worth the disadvantage.
Nice.
Cool. Yeah, easy peasy. Like with thaumaturgy, it's very easy for you to frighten the wolves with fire as well. You shoot them off, they don't come back. No hit points lost, nothing killed. You make your way further north. At some point, like the next day, we're currently at day 10. Yeah, 10 to 11 you're right now. Which means also like you guys are running slowly out of rations again. In the distance, you see that there is a big campfire next to one of these big monoliths that or stones that is standing there, and you see as one of the trees next to the monolith are like kind of like shaking, and suddenly it's like just falling down.
I assume that is our final destination.
I mean, if I were a giant, I'd probably make a big campfire. Do we go down there?
I feel like we should take some time to maybe. Do any of you know how to hunt?
No. On me.
I have servants for that.
I laugh.
I could give it a go, Celerin.
I feel like it might be wise to stock up on some food while we're in a place with ample wildlife.
Well, if we don't want to stop the ship, I can take Elrin down.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bird.
Yeah, why not?
Cool.
Right? We need food, otherwise we're going to starve.
Okay, so what did you
Yep.
I will polymorph into a giant eagle,
do?
and then
And
I'll let Elrin get on my
Okay.
back.
Nice.
woohoo.
Okay, so you try to get Elrin down, and you guys try to hunt. So Isaac and Elrin both make a survival check for me and see what you get. What game you can bring home. It's not bad at all. Elrin, like you have been training in the woods since ever. Like finding game in the woods is kind of like this is what you did for 10 years of your life, as you've been like going through the Westwood. I forgot how her name was. Crypt Garden Forest, I think it was. Where I trained with a halfling. Going left and right, like you don't even go for rabbits. You just look for what's there, and like you see an animal you haven't encountered before. It's like it looks like a cow, but with big horns, and you have no idea what it is. But you just sneak up on it, and you just like wrestle it down, like use some of your elemental power to just like fire fist it to until it basically doesn't move anymore, and you just like get it upwards. Look for Isaac in the sky, who's just circling around until he sees like some deers, and just like scoops down like an eagle on the deer, snaps it, gets it down, and you actually have like elk and deer to eat, and you can both bring it back to the ship.
How much do we have? Do we have 2 pieces of copper per animal?
I mean, probably.
Because then I can make it last for a little bit longer.
Okay, so Riala, you do your ritual thing as you both both these animals lie on the ship now, preserved for you to eat. This is probably in total, like if you know how to dissect it properly, which would need a medicine check. But this could be up to 20 rations stored in animal form.
How much is it? How many? 3?
What do you mean?
How many times do I have to cast?
2 times.
Okay, I can afford it.
Cool. Okay, yeah, you have some game onto your ship now. While you were hunting, you see now that for especially the people who haven't done a ship, there's a giant now at the campfire, and he's actually standing like looking like this into the distance, like with hands over the eyes, trying to gaze what this ship is. It's in the skies, and as he sees you, he just waves to you.
I guess we can fly closer then. Wave back.
I'm not sure if he sees you from distance.
Smile and wave.
But yeah.
Also, by the way, this 15 next to me, that's the medicine check for
Okay.
cutting the animals up.
That is enough that you were able to get the rations out of it.
20 rations. Nice job, team.
For the tea, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, it was pretty good roll, so. Okay, so you land the ship, or what do you actually like? How do you approach a giant?
Slowly.
So you're ascending slowly to him. He has a big axe. Like he has like a little head, like very a head with a feather, armor on him, like a big giant axe, and he's like casually walking towards you. Alaris, you actually have seen this one. You have seen this once in Waterdeep, as was actually entering Waterdeep, and was actually celebrated, and like got the medal at some point, but he didn't stay long.
Wait, do I as a player supposed to remember this?
Well, I just telling you as for your character.
Okay. Okay.
If you want to make a history check, we can see if you remember more.
History. Clearly not.
Well, that's that, I guess. You didn't really pay attention to that kind of ceremony. Okay. So you're descending, and at some point he's like, "Hail!"
Hey.
Greetings.
Let me actually
Hello.
see if we can. For those people on the stream, you can actually see it in the. Well, actually, I can get it to you as well. Let me see. So the shine in the back, that is the one you're seeing right now. Actually, he doesn't have a cap. He actually has a scar. Let's just see. I thought it's a. Never mind. Yeah, that's how it looks. How it looks like. Okay. Yeah. So.
Cool.
But, sorry.
I just said cool.
Shall we go down, everyone?
He's.
Is there? Can we land? Is there space to land?
Yeah, it's fine. It's not like an even space, but like yeah, you definitely can. Alaris has now already like experience, and she already also has had big experience like steering a ship, so it's fine to do that. I'm just looking for a name here, and as soon as I know the name, there we go. Loading. Come on. There we go. Ah, yeah. Okay. As he lands, he's looking at you and like, "Has old Knarbone sent you?"
I look to the others. See
That
what
name doesn't ring a bell.
Clogil Yamata. Female green dragon living in Crypt Garden Forest.
Is that it?
I suppose so.
What took you so long? Waiting here for weeks.
We were stuck with other things.
I'm not taking the helm on this. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I also take a step back and let Ellerin and Elleris deal with it.
I stand with three.
Yeah, we hit a few curves on the road. It wasn't that simple after all, turns out.
I thought Cloud Yamata sends more qualified people. Well, here we are.
Here we are.
Made it. Here we are.
Good. Are you ready to go? I see you brought a flying ship. That is pretty good. Makes things easier.
Where are you taking us?
That's actually a good question.
We were told to meet you. We weren't told anything about what would happen here.
I'm taking you to the spine of the world.
That sounds fun.
Does Isaac know anything about that?
Well, make a history check.
Hold on.
Is that... Would that be something I would have heard of?
Yeah, maybe make a history check.
22.
Yeah, you've seen it on maps. This is actually like the mountain range that is like up north of you. It's very uncharted territory. Like it's not many people have been there.
Riala
Riala, you
have read it in a book a long time ago.
yeah, actually the name maybe was different, but like on top of the world or something. But yeah,
Mm.
Uncharted territory sounds good. To Isaac.
I heard I need to show you the place.
What place?
There was a place where, like in ancient times, where dragons, my bad, where giants could commune with the gods themselves. I've only heard of it. I've never been in there. I don't know where it is.
Are we planning to communicate with the gods?
I have a few choice words for a couple of them.
Well, not the gods specifically, but the Allfather.
Oh, the giant god.
Yes, it's a giant, like, temple.
You should be aware that we are missing a member of our party. He might be behind us on the road somewhere. He took a tumble off the boat while we were on our way.
May I ask how close I was to the boat? Did I lose it out of sight? or
Yeah, I
something?
think at this point, like, it's probably not out of sight, but you lost it from time to time. Like, but you caught up, and it's like farther and farther away. They're probably a day behind.
Okay.
I've waited 3 weeks just because of whims of some dragon. I can wait 1 day or 2 days more.
Thank you, it's much appreciated.
Yep.
Well,
Your name, sorry, giant?
oh, right. Haven't you heard of me? I thought humans know my name.
Well, apparently I was asleep for a while. I'm lacking crucial information.
I don't know much. I get stuck in my own studies.
I'm Harshnag the Grin. Maybe you heard of the adventure company, the Force Grey? We are keeping the giants in check, which become a problem lately. Also, I'm the last member. The other humans died. They're so short-lived.
Oh, you and I are of the same mind there, my friend. Why are you fighting giants? Your own kind.
Because they are wrong
Interesting. About what?
about their place in the world.
I see. I see.
We share this world. We're not here to conquer it. No conqueror should be allowed in this world. And between the giants, well, I can deal with them. So let it be my
do you think-
responsibility.
Do you think any giants would be willing to cooperate with us necessarily? I mean, we made friends with one about a week ago.
Oh, well, like, if you asked me a year ago, I would say most giants would be fine with just coexisting, helping each other, trading, but I don't know what happened. But I don't know, half a year ago? Every giant just thought they could be the new leader of the giants, trying to prove their worth. I wanted to go to the temple already before, but, well, the dragon said you should wait for the right people to guide there. And, well, she's a good friend. So I waited.
And we are apparently those people.
I couldn't believe it at the first sight as well.
We're very talented.
I hope so.
Okay, well,
I whispered to Everin, I'm like, Everin, you know how I made you bigger? Do you think like I could make a giant even bigger?
Wow.
Ellerin.
That sounds a bit scary.
As you're standing next
Yeah.
to the giants, you actually feel that there's like you feel the elements in this one. This is not the fire you used to. This is like this one is emanating pure ice.
Okay. That's interesting. I didn't know giants had elements, I guess. Oh, actually, I did. Never mind. I would ask the giant whether. Oh, wait. Just a general question. The fire giant that we fought, right? No one remembers it, though. And did it actually happen, or did it not even happen?
You don't know. Like at this point, you probably think it didn't happen, and like only others and you can really remember it.
Yeah. I would like to ask the giant if he knows anything about a fire giant.
I know many fire giants. Any one particular you have in mind?
Yeah, one of the ones that you thought were in the wrong. Is it all of them?
Well, fire giants always had a thing for war and slavery. Not my favorite kindred.
I see. So you're an ice giant, huh? I can tell.
That I am.
What does that mean? I've never met one before.
Well, glad to make your acquaintance, I guess. Well, frost giants, we're, I would say, in the order of giants, in the old order, which seems to be shaky at this moment. We were not bad. We're not the strongest of the giant race, but we knew our place. We could held our own. Well, what can I tell you? Most of us keep to ourselves most of the time. We don't need much for living. What we need for living, the nature can give us. So, yeah. Typically, we don't go far south. Most of us you can find in the spine of the world and beyond. If you ever want to meet more of my kin.
I see. Well, pleased to meet you, and thank you for sharing this.
It's my pleasure. What you all notice is that actually he's like way more eloquent and like more intelligent, it seems, than like the hill giants you've met so far.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah.
No, Isaac is just taking notes because like.
So right now
one
you would make camp until Sin eventually would show up. Is there anything you want to do with Harshnag? He basically just tries to craft a little hut, so to say, for people to sleep, especially for him as well. You have this big campfire in the middle going.
It would be nice to get information out of him,
Sure.
but that's a really big exposition dump.
I mean, is there anything specific you want to try? We don't need to roleplay all of it, but I can.
The information Riala is specifically interested in is how the giants are actually divided now. Like he said something about the order falling to pieces.
Yeah.
So is it each like what's actually happening within giant society, I guess.
Okay, so like the general rundown is most of the stuff you already know, like not you Riala, but like the others, is that typically the order was hill giants at the bottom, stone giants, frost giants, fire giants, cloud giants, storm giants on top. And the order was in a way like they have natural features which is like control about the elements, size, strength, that kind of like made a natural order like hierarchy, so to say. Because it was very rare that the Hill Giant was able to defeat Frost Giant, so to say, because Frost Giant just cannot with it, and the higher up, the more blurry it gets. But after some internal wars and some test of strength, so to say, they kind of settled on who is the strongest and who is able to rule over all the giants, and the strongest were the Storm Giants. So they kind of were the rulers of the giants and decided when they went to interfere with, let's say, humankind or with the world or not. But every giant society, like Fire, Frost, etc., have their own community, which they have autonomy, they have their own decision-making power, so to say. But if it comes to stuff that concerns the race as a whole, it was the Storm Giants that made the decisions. And if someone didn't wanna listen, they made them listen.
Okay, and now that has gone and everyone's fighting amongst themselves, what's the end game?
The end game is that each community, so to say, each race is trying to prove that they are actually stronger than each other. This ordering was established thousands of years ago. No one has since then ever tried to break it, and now since even the god Alman himself has spoken that the children grow weak and they should rise. Every race of giant kind of tries to now get maybe not even at the top of the hierarchy, but at least get upwards the ladder for one or two ranks.
And that's it. There's no ulterior motive. They are just trying to reorder. Okay,
so at least what he knows about it.
Yeah. So main question, order of contention, what exactly has got the dragons so riled up about it?
Well,
why do they care?
In a nutshell, what he's going to tell you is that dragons care about order, because the more order is, they always don't want to be hunted. They want to have their hunting grounds. They want to have peace, so everything is decided nice and clearly. But the giant run amok, so to say, they will be caught in the crossfire. Because they have to defend the territory, etc., etc. Then suddenly, the humans are trying to form themselves again, trying to create big armies, which they don't want.
That is a surprising... The name of a very ancient play called Much Ado About Nothing comes to mind. How bizarrely human for creatures so old.
Okay. Sin, make your 3D survival checks for me.
Ah, sorry. I gotta do that again.
Okay, let me see. +2. So that is one fail I see there. So now you're at exhaustion level 4. When you make your way north to the peak, exhaustion level 4 means, yeah, your hit points maximum is halved. You're now visibly shaken. And you're really exhausted. One more exhaustion level and your speed would have been reduced to 0. So you kind of grabbed the how to say it, I don't know. It was really close to end up lying dead in the wilderness. So
I could have actually died there, right? If I failed all of them.
Yeah.
I would just insta die.
Yeah, we did insta die. That's how it works, the game. So yeah, you make your way. You see at some point the big campfire, the giants in the distance.
There's one thing I want to do before I get to them.
Yeah,
one last thing
as well. And on the after the third day, you feel now at a place where the urge isn't strong anymore. You kind of feel like you have it under control, but you also know it's a fragile thing.
Well, I'm not sure if this is going to do anything, if this is going to help in any way, but I feel like my character wants to do this as he realizes that Bal's grip is weakening. I want to take Bloodseeker, and I want to walk up to a tree, and I think the gods have like a sign dedicated to them, right?
Mm-hmm.
How does Baal's sign look like roundabout?
It was the
Wasn't it a skull
yeah,
or something?
the red skull.
Yeah. So I want to cut myself, and with my blood on the blade of Bloodseeker, I want to draw the skull onto a tree.
Okay.
Can I do that?
Yeah, sure.
And then with all might that's still left inside of me, I want to take Bloodseeker and ram it right into the skull as hard as I can.
Okay.
And then I leave it there and I make my last meters to the campfire or whatever I see, where I suspect my friends are.
Okay. As you try to get away from Bloodseeker, like you have to look back twice. 3 times right now. It's like the pull, and like all you have done with this blade and all you have like also achieved from this blade, like it's all of this comes back to you, and like it's really hard to, but you make step by step, you try to get away from this, and as you do, you feel like all spell slots like failing from you right now. You have no spell slots left. You also don't recover any spell slots at the moment, but you make it away from Bloodseeker, and you, exhausted and beaten down, make it to the campfire.
I imagine I just collapse.
Yeah, probably.
As I get there without saying or just collapse.
Does this one belong to you?
Yep.
Well, it looks like shit.
If we're planning on traveling by ship, we can put him in his hammock and give him some recovery time.
Okay, then let's go. Okay, so basically, like Alaris, I guess, like just like shoulders Sin, gets him in the hammock. You make your way on the ship, make your way north. How it works is you actually are really quick in where you're going, because he just like knows the terrain very well. He just goes, he climbs up, like finds like small ways through the mountain valleys. You navigate on the ship, and it's like the first day passes, and Sin, you're probably at exhaustion level 2 now, after day like just blacking out, blanking out, but you slowly come to consciousness.
Riala keeps a close eye on him as he's
I was gonna
recovering.
say, Princess as a cat is just on Sun's chest.
Okay. Anything you want to do, Sin?
I want to just see if there's still any urge. Do I feel anything? Is it gone? You see, I'm feeling exhausted, but do I still feel that feeling?
Yeah, it's still there, but like it feels like buried under some blankets, so to say. But you still feel a little bit of turmoil inside you, but it's not as imminent, and it's not urgent.
How much do I hate Rihanna?
Well, it feels. Also, like
I'm
you're
just
not sure
talking
if it's
about
hate.
this.
It's
I'm just talking about this extraordinary feeling.
the
I know my.
yeah, it's still there, but not a lot. It's just you feel like a bit strange beneath her, next to her. But it's not a lot. It's just a tiny bit.
Wait, she's sitting next to me as I open my
Yeah,
eyes.
you open your eyes, she's on the floor. She's at that 90-degree angle against the bulkhead of the ship again, with the side in her lap. And as she sees you open your eyes, she says, "Welcome back to the land of the living, Sin."
I quickly close my eyes again.
2 more days, you travel north, and like you go through passages you sure wouldn't have found yourself. You make your way. Let's go on the world map. You make your way through up here, through mountains. Like the cold is now imminent. Like going outside, you shivering immediately, and like the snow is now covering kind of like everything. There's only white and stone. And as you make your way up north, at some point, you see beneath you a sight. There we go. So this is what you see as like the airship in Harshnag just like moves over like this big cloud that is there. And as like he turns around, he looks upwards to the ship, is like, "We are here!" And with that we end the session. So yeah, thank you very much. It was, I think, a very good episode actually. Some major, like the last episodes, we have like a lot of character development. We have a lot of advancement. I like it. It's really cool. So thank you.
That was a lot of fun. Thank you for playing along with me on that project.
This one felt really, really intense to me, like personally for me, because I mean at this point I guess the character matters a lot to me, and I care about what happens to him. And as I said, like in my room, it is pretty hot. Like I'm sweating, and I don't know. I guess I try to capture that feeling, and I thought if I ever play up this withdrawal aspect, it's today. So yeah, and I liked where it ended up.
Yeah.
I think it went well.
I think actually, like since Nemaya departed, like this was the last straw. Like we had several moments where Sin was already doubting, but then he just fell back immediately, and with Nemaya it was just well. Okay.
I'm glad that the Riala shake-up was good for something. Next, she has to convince Ellerin. That's going to be fun as well.
Yeah.
Cool. Well then, yeah. Actually, next week we can't play because I'm not here for work reasons. But the week after, we will be back, and we'll go into that building, and we'll see what's in there. So
hopefully Ryan's back by then as well, and we can have the full party tackle it all.
Yeah, I can say like inside there will be, this will be proper Dungeons and Dragons. Just saying.
Oh boy.
Okay, cool. Then thanks everyone for playing. Again, thanks for watching. Stay with us on another episode of well, do I or don't I kill somebody? I guess. And let's see how it goes in 2 weeks. Next week we don't play. See you everyone, and have 2 good weeks. Bye.
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 Bye.